Legacy government, UNICEF, collaborate to combat cholera in Badagry. President Tinubu updates African leaders on progress, challenges of ECOWAS on counter-terrorism, humanitarian interventions. On Warrington, Israel orders evacuation of part of Gaza humanitarian zone. And in sports, Nigeria's D Tigress loses to Serbia in second pre-Olympic friendly game. And now the details. I am Mike James. The Lagos State government, in collaboration with the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, has intensified efforts to combat cholera through comprehensive meetings with community leaders aimed to raise awareness and promote preventive measures against the disease. State health educator Olusegun Badejo emphasized the government's commitment to strengthening collaborative advocacy with UNICEF to curb the spread of cholera during a two-day Lagos State Risk Communication and Community Engagement RCCE team's visit to Badagry communities. Badejo said the visit was to sensitize people about the cholera outbreak in the state with the aim to ensure that everyone takes precautionary measures to stay safe and protected. UNICEF Social and Behavior Change Specialist Adirunke Akinwole commended the state's proactive efforts. She added that UNICEF's collaboration with the state government aims to ensure that all communities are equipped to respond to and prevent the spread of cholera. The Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASEMA, says it has successfully and safely recovered an accident Toyota Hilux on the railway corridor at Ilupeju Bypass. Head Public Affairs Unit LASEMA, Nosa Okumbo, in a statement said the recovered Toyota Hilux has been handed over to the DPO from Elewedu Police Station with recovery operation concluded. Okumbo said investigations revealed that the Toyota Hilux with registration number ABJ 632BC collided with an oncoming train as a result of reckless driving, which resulted in the Hilux upturning in between the railway tracks. He said no casualties nor injuries were recorded due to the incident. Okumbo said safety measures were activated by the agency's response team in collaboration with LASMA and officials of the Nigerian Police Force to ensure secondary incidents were averted during the operation. The Lagos State Police Command has announced the postponement of a town hall meeting with the theme Enhanced Community Engagement and Participation in Fostering Peace, Security and Unity in Lagos State. Commissioner of Police in Lagos, Adegoke Fayode, in a statement, informed that the town hall meeting, originally slated for Tuesday, July 23, has been postponed to Thursday, July 25, 2024. Fayode explained that the postponement was necessary to enable a more inclusive, comprehensive and engaging meeting, stressing that the attendance and invaluable contributions of members of the public at the meeting will be eagerly anticipated. He added that the venue remains Power Hall, Oduduwa Street, Ikeja GRA, while the time remains 10 a.m. And now to the rest of the stories. The Economic Community of West African States says it allocated at least $13 million to counter terrorism efforts in frontline state and to shore up humanitarian efforts in the region. Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu, who serves as chairman of the Authority of the Heads of State and Government, Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, revealed these as part of a one-year report highlighting the bloc's achievement and challenges at the 6th Media Coordination Meeting of the African Union in Accra, Ghana. His comments come 2 weeks after he was re-elected for another one-year tenure as ECOWAS chairman at the 65th Ordinary Session of the authority held at the State House Abuja on July 7. After his mandate was renewed, President Tinubu appointed his Senegalese and Togolese counterparts, Bassirou Faye and Faure Gasingbe, to lead ECOWAS's mediation efforts with Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso. President Tinubu also revealed that the bloc allocated at least $14 million to counter terrorism and humanitarian efforts in the most affected member states. The federal government has emphasized the need for synergy between it and states in addressing road infrastructure challenges in the country. It said such cooperation would lead to quicker delivery of road projects and consequently catalyze local economic growth. Minister of Works Dave Umahi stated this while on a project tour of ongoing federal roads along the upper axis of the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway in company of Abia State Governor Alex Oti. Umahi commended Oti for the harmony between Abia State and the federal government, which he noted has resulted in the facelift of major roads in the state. The federal road projects inspected by Umahi included the Enugu-Lukmanta in Enugu State, the Enugu-Port Harcourt Dual Carriageway, Section 2, and the Umuahia Tower, Abat Township Railroad Crossing in Abia State. And in some foreign news, the Israeli military has ordered civilians to temporarily evacuate from parts of its designated humanitarian zone in southern Gaza ahead of what it's called a forceful operation against Palestinian armed groups. The military said there had been significant terrorist activities and rocket fire from eastern neighborhoods of the city of Khan Yunis and told residents to head to the adjusted Al-Mawasi humanitarian arena. Much of Gaza's second city was destroyed in an Israeli offensive earlier this year, but large numbers of people returned there after Israeli troops began an operation in the southernmost city of Rafah in May. Israel has also carried out several deadly strikes in the humanitarian zone in the past 2 weeks, which it said targeted Palestinian fighters operating there. And over to sports news, Nigeria's senior women's basketball team, the Tigress, has suffered a second consecutive warm-up game defeat to Serbia in Belgrade as the team continues preparations for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. The African champions lost 70-62 points to the 10th-ranked country in the FIBA World Ranking. This is the team's second match ahead of the women's basketball tournament of the 2024 Olympic Games, following a 77-63 defeat to Germany at the Uber Arena in Berlin on Friday. The Nigerian team will play the final warm-up game against Japan on July 24 in Lille, France, before the start of the basketball event at the Olympics. Nigeria faces a titanic battle against Canada, Australia, and hosts France in Group B. That was our news at 12, but just before we go, slow down at road junctions, intersections, and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration renovated 197 public schools across the state? You can get more details. It's on the Lagos Government website, and to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government, in collaboration with the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, has intensified efforts to combat cholera through comprehensive meetings with community leaders aimed to raise awareness and promote preventive measures against the disease. The Economic Community of West African States has stated that it allocated at least $13 million to counter terrorism efforts in frontline states and to shore up humanitarian efforts in the region. And we also told you that the Israeli military has ordered civilians to temporarily evacuate from parts of its designated humanitarian zone in southern Gaza ahead of what it's called a forceful operation against Palestinian armed groups. And then in sports, Nigeria's senior women's basketball team, the Tigress, has suffered a second consecutive warm-up game defeat to Serbia in Belgrade as the team continues preparations for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Coyote Mafalasheri. Thank you for listening, Lagos. My name is Mike James. Beautiful afternoon to you.